Hello, Puretsu Pizza Power here with episode 3 of AJPW Beyond the Best, and we are ready to get underway with action from night 5 now of the Champion Carnival. But before we get to the event, in the pre-show screen we had an interesting locker room incident. We had the main man himself, Kento Miyahara, come to us backstage, and he said that he thinks that Ren Ayabe has a very bright future and that he'd be willing to put him over in order to help take him to the next level, which is very generous of Miyahara. And the offer is good for 2 matches and will expire on Friday, the 24th of July 2026. So, something very interesting to bear in mind there. So, night 5 of the Champion Carnival is headlined by an A block match with 2 champions. It's the Triple Crown holder Kento Miyahara, who currently stands with 6 points, taking on the GAORA TV champion Kuma Arashi, who currently has 0 points and is looking to rectify that tonight. So let's go. We are in front of 245 people at the Hakodate General Wholesale Centre, and we start off with a B block match with Yuma Aoyagi with his bruised eye socket taking on Hideki Suzuki, and despite Yuma's injury he manages to secure the victory in a technical masterclass that has good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Aoyagi made Hideki Suzuki submit in 15 minutes 34 seconds via submission with an endgame. So Yuma Aoyagi overcomes the injury and manages to put out a damn fine match as well with a 60 segment rating, and the match got the show off to a strong start. Aoyagi had an in-ring performance of 56, Hideki Suzuki with a 49, and the crowd are simmering. We move on to B block action with Madoka Kikuta defeating Daisuke Sekimoto in a decent match in 23 minutes 41 seconds of action that ended with a discus lariat to secure the pinfall. The match was designed to be an engrossing story-driven spectacle that was slowly built up through psychology and hopefully work towards a dramatic conclusion. The match did succeed in getting the crowd buzzing. They're now hot and rising. Kikuta had an in-ring performance of 41, but Daisuke, he had a better performance with 46. And then next up we have Ryuki Honda finally picking up a victory in the Champion Carnival, defeating Zion for his first 2 points. The finish came at 14 minutes 3 seconds via pinfall. Decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling. Zion had an in-ring performance of only 27, while Ryuki Honda had an in-ring performance of 44. And then we move on to A block action where Odyssey, in a poor match, defeated Kengo Mishimo in 12 minutes 10 seconds, getting the pinfall following a big diving splash. Kengo Mishimo had an in-ring performance of 44 and Odyssey only had a 29 performance. That was a 42 rated match overall. Then we go to Rei Saito and Talos, and in a decent match, Saito beats Talos in 17:45 via pinfall, and I did want a different result here, but Rei Saito was not having it behind the scenes, and I do not want to upset one of my top names, so the result is what it is. Rei Saito had an in-ring performance of 60, Talos only a 34, and Rei Saito, he benefited from both the groundswell of public support and being in amazing form. The crowd's very hot, so you know what? Maybe I shouldn't have gone against Rei Saito. Maybe I was wise to let him get his way in this situation. So a 52 rated match there. And then we have our main event, our champion versus champion match, and it's a decent one with Kento Miyahara defeating Kuma Arashi in 13 minutes 48 seconds via pinfall following the shutdown German suplex hold. The match was designed so the wrestlers could go out and steal the show, and the match got the crowd buzzing. Kento Miyahara with a 67 performance, Kuma Arashi with an in-ring performance of 32. So after that 62 rated match, Kento Miyahara takes the microphone after leading the fans with chants of his name. Miyahara says that the people show him a passion unlike any other man that steps out from the entrance curtain and walks the King's Road, and it's been that way for a long time now. Beyond ushering in the era of Miyahara, and well within the age of Miyahara, it remains the same. And why, he asks? It's because they know, the people know, that the passion he has for them back, the passion for the past, present and future of All Japan Pro Wrestling, no other man can dare match it with the same level of heart or consistency. Miyahara says he hears it in the voices of the people, his people. He hears that they know that the best is right here. And once again, the best will do what needs to be done for All Japan Pro Wrestling, not only by winning the Champion Carnival, but winning it in style. Miyahara says pretty boy bachelors may come and go, but only Kento Miyahara will stand tall as the ace this promotion needs now and forevermore. Yeah, that bachelor reference was definitely no mistake by Miyahara. We know who he was referring to with that one. And that concludes the show, a 57 segment rating and a 60 rating overall. And that is night 5 in the books. Okay, so on to night 6. And this is being headlined by B block action between Ren Ayabe and Yuma Aoyagi. And Yuma Aoyagi is working with his bruised eye socket, so we're crossing our fingers and taking a little bit of a gamble here. Aoyagi is at 4 points, Ren Ayabe is at 2 points, so let's see if Ayabe can win this and move to 4 himself, or we'll see if Aoyagi moves to 6 points. And let's get the show underway. A block action gets things underway with Kento Miyahara defeating Talos with the shutdown German suplex hold to get the pinfall at 15 minutes 46 seconds. The match was designed so that the wrestlers could go out and try and steal the show, and the match got the crowd buzzing. Kento Miyahara had a 61 in-ring performance. Talos was much lower than that with a 32, and he was visibly tiring towards the end of the match. Regardless, this got the show off to a strong start. Moving on to B block action, and it's Daisuke Sekimoto and Zion, and this ended up being a wild brawl. The first time we've had one of those in the Champion Carnival, but Daisuke gets the victory, and he gets it via a high angle bridging German suplex. 12 minutes and 3 seconds is the time of the match. Sekimoto had a 46 in-ring performance, Zion lower than that with 26. They did have a great chemistry though, and it showed in their performance, probably because they've both got good brawling skills as well. Zion was visibly tiring towards the end of the bout, crowd was hot at the end. Then we go on to A block action, and it is Yuma and Sai giving us a 55 rated match with Odyssey. He defeats Odyssey, 11 minutes 16 seconds is the match time, and Yuma and Sai had an in-ring performance of 63. Odyssey pretty bleak 28. Yuma and Sai benefited from having a groundswell of public support. The match got the crowd hotter, white hot at the end of this one. Then we have a trios tag, a break from Champion Carnival action. Decent match. Baka no Jidai members Seigo Tachibana, Yuko Miyamoto, and Funumi Abe, they defeat Dan Tamura and the Hokoto Gun members Hokoto Amori and Azawa Non-1. 10 minutes 40 seconds is the match time, with the World Junior Champion Seigo Tachibana pinning Azawa Non-1 with a drop kick. And this continued to build some of the tensions that have been brewing between Seigo Tachibana and the man who got a pinfall over him on night 1 of the Champion Carnival, and is kind of looking like the next contender to the Junior Championship, Dan Tamura. Funumi Abe came out of the match looking good, and yet his performance was a 68. Moving on to A block action of the Champion Carnival, a decent match. Go Shiozaki defeats the GAORA TV champion Kuma Arashi in 14 minutes 40 seconds, and the pinfall comes via the way of the Go Flasher. So Go Shiozaki had an in-ring performance of 45, and Kuma Arashi with a 37. And then we have Rei Saito defeating Kengo Mishimo in A block action. A decent match. Saito had an in-ring performance of 52, Mashimo of 40, and he did seem off his game in this match. Saito benefited from the groundswell of public support and from being in amazing form as well. Very hot crowd at the end of this one. And then we go into our main event, and it's a decent main event with Ren Ayabe managing to jump up to 4 points by beating Yuma Aoyagi in 18 minutes 9 seconds via pinfall. The match was designed to be a potential show stealer. It got the crowd buzzing. Ren Ayabe was visibly tiring towards the end. It doesn't look like Yuma Aoyagi was hampered by his bruised eye socket too much. So there we go. To end the show, a 56 rating, and that concludes night 6 of the Champion Carnival. So Dory Funk Jr. believes Ren Ayabe is a star in the making. He could be one to make serious money for us in the future. So a lot of eyes on Ren Ayabe at the moment, with Kento Miyahara making the offer that he made at the start of this video to put the guy over, and then praise from Dory Funk Jr. So yeah, Ren Ayabe is somebody that I have plans to build up more anyway. He's one of our tag champions currently in the Titans of Calamity, but he is certainly a guy that I would make plans for in the future. But now he's getting such praise from such notable names. Can't overlook the guy, and I won't overlook him. And seeing as we are now 6 shows deep into the Champion Carnival, I thought it'd be a good time to just look at A block and B block and see exactly how everybody is doing. So let's have a look at A block so far, and we can see the leader of the pack, to quote an old 60s song, is Ray Sato with 10 points. And just below him at 8 is Kento Miyahara. Go Shiozaki and Yuma Ansai both have 6 points. Kuma Arashi has nothing, neither does Talos. Kengo Mishima has 2 points, and Odyssey has 4 points. Over in the B block, we have Daisuke Sakamoto at 6, but the leader of the pack is Madoka Kakuta. And then we have Yuma, Zion, Jun Saito, Ren Ayabe, Hideki Suzuki. A lot of people in the 4 points club right now. Ryuki Honda, he finally got 2 points. So yeah, everybody's got at least 2 points over in the B block. So yeah, it's over in the A block where we've still got 2 people who have got nothing, and that's Kuma Arashi and Talos. So that's how we're looking after 6 shows of the Champion Carnival, and we will be back in our next video for shows 7 and 8. But until then, thank you for watching, much appreciated, and all the best.